Anxiety and attachment in children. Many parents come to me worried their child is anxious. I've been a play therapist for many years, and that is pretty much most of the case. They are clingy or struggling to separate, especially in the morning when parents leave them at school. Often, what we are really seeing is not bad behavior, but attachment needs. If you are watching this and thinking, this sounds like my child, I want you to know you are not doing anything wrong. I want you to understand anxious behavior is often a child's way of saying, I don't feel safe yet, or right now I'm not feeling safe. It could be lots of reasons for that to happen. Attachment is not about spoiling a child, giving them everything they want, or making them dependent. I have seen cases where children become so dependent from their parents that they can't do anything by themselves. Healthy attachment is about helping a child feel safe enough to explore the world in their own time when they're ready to do so. When a child feels emotionally safe, their nervous system can relax because anxiety is triggered by a nervous system. When they don't, anxiety kicks in, and even adults can relate to this. Children sometimes they don't have the words or the knowledge. Sometimes they can't say how they're feeling. They can't express what is going on. They just know they're feeling this thing inside. So they show it through their behavior. If you watch a child, I learn more. All my years of working with children as a play therapist, I have learned more through their behavior than their words. So examples of children, behavior would be clinginess. They cling to the parents. Tummy aches. I've seen lots of cases where children don't come to school on Monday because they had a tummy ache the night before. Bad sleeping really affects the sleeping. Children can't sleep. They don't know why. Because they're nervous. They're anxious about something. Separation anxiety, like I said, sometimes moms, dads drop them off at school and they're constantly wanting to go back home. I have seen children going home midday because they can't take not being together with mom or being together with dad. Emotional outbursts. They start to cry out of nothing. They'll kick about out of nothing. So anxiety in children doesn't always look like fear. Sometimes it looks like anger, control, wanting to control the situations, perfectionism. I have seen a few cases of that. They can't make mistakes. Everything has to be perfect. If it's not perfect, it's not good enough. Disconnected or withdrawal. They don't want to talk to anyone. They don't want to play with anyone. They don't want to engage in groups, nothing. They just want to be in their corner, quiet. So this is not manipulation. It's the nervous system trying to protect. Remember, if you go back to my videos and I talk about the defense mechanism, this is also a defense mechanism, but it's not a healthy one because it triggers behavior. It's not healthy for the child, it's not healthy for the present, for the future. It's not healthy, full stop, but it is a defense mechanism. Children don't need, this is for parents, so I'm going to just say this for parents. Children don't need perfect parents. No one is a perfect parent. Melanie Klein, if you research on Melanie Klein, and she spoke about the good enough parent. And the good enough parent is the one who commits mistakes, makes mistakes, but he learns from their mistakes. But it's not about giving children everything. Children need regulated adults. Adults, they can see them as role model. Remember I said on one of the videos of overthinking and fear, children copy everything they see and hear. We parents are the role model, the first role models into our children's life, into our child's life. We are. And so we have to be very aware of what are we showing in our words, in our behavior. What are we transferring? What are we projecting to our children? Am I calm? Am I calm? Am I being settled? Am I being regulated? I can sort these things without screaming, shouting, being anxious myself. So we have to be very careful. I know it's not easy. And life is very hectic. It's so many things. But remember, we are the first role models in a child's life. So when we stay calm, present, children need parents to be present, even if it's just a bit of time per day. Children need to be present. They don't need material things. They need parents to be present. And so they'll become a safe base. If we are the first role models, we become the safe base. You're calm. You keeping calm helps their nervous system to learn calm. If I'm constantly shouting, and you have to notice, observe things, be aware. Sometimes we see parents speak very loud, so children copy that, and they're always speaking very loud. So if a parent talks very softly, a child copies that and speaks very softly. So, examples of when a child is calm. They can learn to name feelings. Even if it's not, I have children who can't say they are angry or anxious. They say, Miss, I am mad. And I know, I am mad means I'm angry. I'm frustrating about something. So when children become calm, they can name their feelings. They can, they have this reassurance. If we parents can give them this reassurance without over-explaining. Children need explanation, why we do things, why they need to do things, but they don't need over-explaining, over-explanation. Stay emotionally available. Children are emotionally available if parents are emotionally available. So we need to be the first example, the teachers to our children. What behavior do I want to see in my child? So am I giving that? Am I showing that behavior? Am I doing that? If not, okay, what do I need to work on myself so my child becomes what I would like to be emotionally? Dismissing anxiety, rushing independency, or saying there is nothing for you to worry about can increase anxiety, because I have children who said to me, oh, mommy said nothing, it's nothing for me to worry about, but I know it's something wrong and I'm worried about that. So if something is happening, but children, if you read the book of worry, or the worry book, A Bag Full of Worries, it's a little book I have in my room at school, A Bag Full of Worries. It's about a little girl who was copying everything she heard and saw, and it became this gigantic bag of worries because she thought everything was about her, and it wasn't. And it was giving her so much anxiety. So if something happens, but you don't really want your child to be involved in whatever that is, you, instead of saying it's nothing for you to worry about, you say, listen, there is a little something happened, but it's an adult thing and we are sorting it out. I wanted to reassure you that things are okay. This is adult stuff. So we are fine. We are okay. Instead of fixing the feelings, that's another thing. We say, oh, calm down. You need to calm, oh, don't be angry. We stay with the feeling. Okay, you're feeling mad. You're feeling angry. Where is that coming from? What made you feel that? What happened that day that made you feel like that? So we stay with the feeling. We embrace the feeling and we sort it out. Dismissing the feelings just gives the child more and more anxiety. Sometimes, despite our best efforts, children need extra support. We're all different. Some are more sensitive than others, and it's okay. It doesn't mean there's something wrong with your child. We are all different people. I have 5 sisters. We all different people. I have 3 children of my own. They're all different people. They have different needs at different stages of their lives. So we all different people. Play therapy, and I've been a play therapist since 2011. I think my first placement was with children. And it's a great way of children to learn to express what they can't say with words. I would say, 40% children I work with, and I work a lot with special needs children. So I would say 45% of the children I work with, I've been working with, some because they're too young, some because they're special needs, and some because they can't express feelings. They don't know the name of the feelings. Therefore, when we do play therapy, through play, children heal. And, it is amazing, the transformation. You can see how much they express through their play, their behavior, the things they use, the colors, whatever, the games. And there's a pattern they keep repeating. What is that telling you? So there's a lot. If you observe a child playing, you can see what they're trying to tell you. Anxious children are not broken. And this is my final bit on this video. They are sensitive, aware, and deeply connected. With safety, patience, children need patience. We are too busy sometimes to have patience for our children. And I have done that myself when my children were small, and I have seen parents do it. Oh, please don't bother me, I'm busy now. Please just leave me alone. Can't you see I'm too busy? Let's never be too busy to our children. Otherwise, you're going to see them as adults, broken adults. They're not broken children, and they need that patience and attention and a help. But if we don't do that, they become broken adults. And I have seen my fair share in therapy in my private practice. So, with safety, patience, and support, anxiety doesn't have to define their future. So let's help children now with their anxiety, with their fears, with their feelings, with their support, so they don't become broken adults. I hope this video had helped you somehow, some way. And, if you want to comment. And if you want to send me a message, anything else, just remember, my social media is a toolbox. Anything to help, I'm more than happy to do it. Thank you for watching.